Rock 100.5 the KATT, KATT. We are live at the Zoo Amphitheater. KATTFest 2019, sponsored by Metro by T-Mobile, Twin Peaks, and Dave & Buster's. I am Jay Ramone, and this is the legend, Kevin Martin from Candlebox. How are you, man?
I'm good, buddy. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. So I saw a bunch of snaps from Wichita last night.
Good show, yep.
The place was absolutely effing packed.
It was pretty packed. We were surprised.
That blew me away. I need to go watch some shows in Wichita because that place looked like they were partying.
That was the first show there, too. So, the inaugural rock and roll show at that joint. Very cool, man. Like, great promoter and great people. I grew up in Hutchinson, Kansas, so it's kind of like, I'm a Midwest kid, and nice to see a bunch of friends from school and things, like 5th and 6th grade showed up, so it was really rad. Like,
does that happen very often when you guys roll through Kansas?
No, man, we haven't played Wichita in a while. So, and even like then, it's like, the closest we get is Kansas City.
And that's a pretty good drive from the Wichita-Hutchinson area. Yeah. That's kind of the opposite way, so I get it, not wanting to make that trek.
They came down. That's cool. Yeah.
So what's new in the Candlebox world?
Just finished a record. I do vocals on it in a couple weeks, like December. Finished it up vocally, and then it comes out in February. So,
did you guys do it in Seattle?
No, we did it in LA. We're actually playing a new song in the set tonight, and it's got a bunch of swear words in it, though, so I don't know how we're going to pull that off.
Well, I can tell you from previous experience and previous shows here at the zoo that Rob Zombie racked up a bunch of fines with the city, but he knew ahead of time and did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And he makes substantially more than you or I.
Yeah, and I guess you can't swear between songs, but if the song has it in there, it's in there, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to get too much of a bill, maybe, I don't know. But
they're trying to censor swear words from the animals. They don't want the elephants to revolt at some point.
Throwing those words around, those crazy guests.
So you guys have been coming to Oklahoma for a long time. I've been watching Candlebox for a bunch.
Played here in 2003.
And I was here, and that was a fantastic show.
Thanks, man.
But I've seen you everywhere, from Tulsa to Ardmore to Oklahoma City and kind of everywhere in between. Is there anything that you guys go do in particular when you come to Oklahoma?
Gosh, I don't. If it's a casino, we gamble.
Right.
But other than that, we're on our way in and out. Rocklahoma or something like that, and we got to get down to Dallas. We got to get over to Arkansas or something like that. So, not a lot of time to hang. Usually, if I do the Ardmore thing, like with Aubrey over there at the Heritage Hall or something like that, or Two Frogs, I'll have a day or two where I can hang out and catch up on some stuff. But I'm kind of like a hermit when it comes to touring. I like to stay on the bus and write and do my thing, and I don't go out and take a lot of pictures. Unless I'm in Europe, that's a whole different story. I mean, I've seen America so many times, it's kind of like, what's new,
I'm really looking forward to that Ardmore show because Aubrey puts these shows together that are kind of outside the box and outside the norm, that it's not a tour. It's just something that he kind of assembled.
Throws together.
So you, Monty Montgomery, there's another group called Prophets and Outlaws that's playing, and then Robin Zander. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I was that guy. I can't believe it.
It happens.
So have you ever done any gigs with Cheap Trick?
We've played with Cheap Trick a couple times, but I've never played with Robin. This is a cool thing because it's an acoustic show, the whole thing.
Well, I didn't know if you guys were like going to song swap or jam together, or everybody's doing their individual sets.
Yeah, we're doing our own set. It's like 45 minutes. Is raising money for Toys for Tots and stuff for Christmas there, and Aubrey, the guy who puts it on, he's a, like you said, he thinks outside the box. He's got a great mind. He puts a lot back into that community, and I was happy. He called me up. I said, dude, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Just make sure Adam gets paid. I don't care. I'll play for him anytime. But
I think it's going to be really cool. So let's go back to the new record. You just finished it up. You're going to play a new song tonight. When does the new record drop?
The plan is February. It really kind of depends on Pavement and what their scheduling is. That's the label that we're putting the record out with. It's more of a distribution deal than a record deal, so we got to kind of go by their rules. But the plan is late February, early March.
So how are you creatively now? How's everything been going with ever since the reunion shows that you guys did with the original lineup to making the new record?
Well, this record is interesting. It's the tentative title is Inspirations and Instigations. Every song is an inspiration from another artist. So it's kind of representative of how they write, but it's a Candlebox way of writing a song. So we have a song on there that's very, very similar to like a really kind of B-side Radiohead track.
Cool.
It's big. It's a rock song, but it's got all these kind of interesting chord moves and stuff. And it was inspired by the song off of Benz. I can't think of the name of it right now, but and then we have the song we're playing today, which is a really aggressive rock song that's in the vein of Ace of Spades by Motorhead, who's one of my favorite bands. So it's really kind of all over the place, and
I don't know if you saw that huge smile that just went on my face when you said that.
It's I grew up on punk rock, and that's my thing, and I love it. The lyrics on the record are dark and aggressive and angry because I'm really super hyper affected by what's going on in the world right now. Not just the States, but the rest of the world. South Africa, South America, Central America, Russia, Europe, all of it. It seems like everybody has kind of forgotten that we're all in this together. Regardless of what your beliefs or opinions are, we don't save this planet. It's going to burn up.
Absolutely.
And there's so much anger, and so the lyrics address a lot of that. So I'm probably going to alienate about 50% of my audience, but I'm
right there with you.
I did say it's the last record I'm ever going to record. I'll record singles and EPs and stuff like that, but I'm not going to make albums anymore. It's just too difficult. It takes too much time. It's too expensive. And nobody really listens to records anymore.
No, listening habits have completely changed.
Yeah.
It's really odd.
I bet we listened to your station the whole way down from Wichita. Well, we got like 80 miles out. We finally got you. You guys play great stuff, man. You play everything. That doesn't happen in Los Angeles.
No.
It doesn't happen in Seattle. You turn on K-Rock in L.A. and it's either the Offspring or the Chili Peppers or Linkin Park. And you hear them. You can you're watched by it. It's ridiculous. It's like you guys play everything, and that's awesome. I wish people listen to music that way still.
The KATT's a pretty special place. It's
It's
been the same station since 1976,
Yeah.
and so I don't see the point in changing now. If it's
No.
worked this long, you might as well keep going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, I really appreciate you coming by. I
Thanks,
look forward to the new record. Obviously, I look forward to seeing you live because I go watch you every time you come through.
Thanks, dude.
Appreciate it. Kevin Martin live from KATTFest 2019.